Today we're going to speak about probability. Probability of an event is a number between 0 and 1 that indicates the likelihood the event will occur. Assuming now that you are going to go to your grandmother, that is a probability of 1 to 10 or whatever. There is a probability that is not calculated. There is a probability that I cannot measure it perfectly well. But there are some certain probabilities that I can always guarantee that they have the same answer. Such as, if you draw a card from a standard card deck and you want to have a spade, how many spades are there? There are 13 spade papers. So the probability of having a spade is 13 over the whole 52. That is a probability that is never going to change. What is the probability? If you throw a dice, you're going to have 1. You're going to have 1 is a probability of 1 over 6 because you have 6 faces for the dice, so you're going to have 1 over 6. That's a probability that is going to be always the same. Okay, so that is called a classical or a standard or a theoretical probability. Theoretical means that everybody in the whole wide world would know the same answer. Theoretical probability is based on all outcomes of an event A being equally likely and is given by the number of outcomes in A over the total number of outcomes, having 1 from your dice and the total number of outcomes, which is the 6. So it is 1 over 6. Now, if you draw a card from a standard deck of 52 cards, find the probability of drawing a face card. How many face cards do we have? We have 3 in each different shape. How many shapes do we have? We have 4 shapes. We have 3 in each shape, so it's going to be 12. So the number of faces are 12. The number of cards, 52. So it is 3 over 13. That is the probability. And remember, the probability is a number between 0 and 1. It can never be negative. It can never be more than 1. I cannot have a probability which is 1.5. How come? If you have the number of cards, can you have a number drawn more than the number of cards? No way. So it has to be always less than 1 and always positive. No way it's going to be negative. Okay. Find the probability of choosing E when selecting a letter from those in the word college. If you have the word college, how many letters are those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the total number is 7. Number of letters in this word are 7. How many of them are E? I have 2 of them are E. So the probability of selecting an E is 2 out of the 7. There is another kind of probability which is called the experimental probability. It is a type of probability that is based on the results of an experiment, a survey, or a history of an event. Now, if I took 30 students in an algebraic class, they took a test, 8 received A's, 13 received B's, and 9 received C's. This is not a standard class. This is a certain class, which they took already the test, and they have scored those results. So it is based on a certain event, history of an event. This is not always. This is the 8 students who have A, the 13 who have got B, and the 9 who have got C. Is not in each and every class in the world. They are only for this class, which I took as an example. What is the probability of having a student receive C? How many received C in this class? 9. Out of how many? Out of the 30. So I have 90 over the total number of class, which is 3 over 10, which is 0.3. So the probability of choosing a student from this class who has scored a C is 0.3 or 3 over 10 or 30%. What is the probability that the student received A or B? So it is either A or B. So I'm going to have the students who got A, which are 8 over 30, the students who got B, which is 13 over 30, this or that. So the word or means I'm going to add them together. So I'm going to add those two probabilities, which becomes 21 over the 30, which is 0.7. Is there another way of having this same answer for A and B? Yes, there is. Now, the total number of the class is 30, which is the whole probability, which is 1. I only want to take those who have taken the C out, because the A and the B are acceptable because I want A or B. So what am I going to do? I'm going to say, okay, the whole probability is 1 minus the number of probability which got the C, which is 1 minus 0.3, I get the 0.7. So it's either getting it by this way, which is adding the two probabilities for the A and the B, or by subtracting the C from the total probability of the whole class.